today's show, time to meet Minnesota's own Firewood lady. Every day she moves log trucks in, while firewood goes out in thousands of cords to be burned around the world.
There we go. Good gracious.
Next, a winter getaway to the ice water of Saskatchewan, where giant walleyes lurk and sometimes bite. Watch your bobbers.
Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh.
And our Minnesota-bound classic this week goes to the island of Aruba. In search of sun and fish, we found both, plus a few big waves too. Those stories and more, next. Minnesota Bound. Brought to you by Minnesota Select GMC Dealers.
Hi, everybody. Raven and I welcome you to the show. You know, if you're in Minnesota in the wintertime, you know what firewood's all about. A lot of firewood you see in front of the holiday stores, etc. But where does it come from? Well, then you ought to meet the Firewood lady.
If you've ever put another log on the fire,
Take a look at your book.
then it's time you meet Angie Nelson.
We'll probably take that other half of birch that you got.
She is Minnesota's Firewood lady.
Do you burn wood yourself?
Oh, absolutely, Ron. Yes.
Not just wintertime,
All of this wood that you see across just this side right here
all the time.
is 1,100 cords. We ship this 5 times what you see here.
Every
we
year.
ship out of here every year.
How much bigger do you want to get?
I'm good, Ron. I'm good.
Every day, 24/7.
I don't miss a day here in my wood yard.
Angie is CEO of JN Firewood Incorporated in rural Fort Ripley, Minnesota.
Are there bigger wood companies than you? Firewood companies?
Oh, sure there is. Not in Minnesota, no.
Job description,
How are you?
pretty good. Wood traffic manager, wood cutting superintendent for 12 employees,
So I do all the book work here,
company accountant,
but I do it at nights.
mother of 2 school-aged boys,
How do you find time to play the role of mother?
Oh, I do.
and business partner
That's your husband, Joe, right?
I'm a skid steer, yes.
with her husband of 13 years,
Is he a good worker?
Joe Nelson.
Yeah.
On a recent winter day at company headquarters, it seemed like rush hour for logging trucks. Load after load, log after log, stacked into piles. Nearby, nifty machines, methodically and in minutes, turn tree trunks into neatly cut and split firewood. The variety of wood satisfies their customers, ranging from Twin Cities restaurants needing wood for cooking pits, to convenience stores who sell wood bundles, to residential homes with fireplaces. All of which means every wood pile has its place.
I need my red oak, put over the fuel barrel. I need a roll of birch from the end of the logs down to the end, and a roll of red oak, processor wood, down to the other end.
Clearly, Angie knows her trees in what used to be a forest for men only.
If you can get that by next Friday, you'd be sweetheart.
Do you get
Lazy.
a little pushback once in a while? I mean, like, you're a
Not-
woman, you don't know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I do get that. Not very often, but I do get it, yeah. Most of these guys that are around here that are unloading, they're usual people that come in and out of here. So they're used to me telling them where to go, where I'd like my wood put, how much more of what I want, because they deal with me here every single day.
Without her here, it wouldn't be this big. And that's the truth, too.
Yeah.
You know? Because I couldn't do it all.
Husband Joe, however, is the family's entrepreneur.
About 16, started with a pickup truck
He started a firewood business as a teenager,
to make extra money. Delivering it, selling it.
growing up in Fort Ripley.
You know, it was a hard way to do it back then. It's changed a lot now, you know. It grew to this empire.
What happens in this silvery building?
One key to their success
That there is a kiln dry.
happens in this building.
Kiln-dried heat treat certified firewood, what it is, it has to go into a kiln. And it's got to get heat treated at the center core. It has to stay at 140 degrees at the center core for, I do believe, 12 hours. It's got to get at the center core, which takes time.
The high heat kills insects and diseases, meaning the wood is approved for shipping anywhere outside of Minnesota.
Well, we cover the whole United States. I mean, we've shipped wood all the way to Saudi Arabia in containers. They use it for cooking too, just like everybody else does. You know, just like our birch. I mean, the Minnesota birch, we ship it all over, a lot to the East Coast. I mean, we'll probably ship approximately 3 to 4 semi-loads a week out there.
The East Coast demand for white birch got a boost in December of 2011
It started with a phone call, like anybody else would call and order wood.
when the Wall Street Journal ran a story about holiday gift ideas, including Minnesota Yule logs from Angie.
These are what we call decorative birch logs or Yule logs.
Something else you may not know, the Firewood lady says winter is not the only busy season, and for good reason.
Hay and pine, for example, for like in the summer months when you have a campfire. Minnesota is known for a large mosquito, right, Ron? Yeah. Well, that repels mosquitoes.
To paraphrase Joyce Kilmer, a poem as lovely as a tree gives Joe and Angie a busy business when a campfire is mosquito-free. When we return, it's off across the northern border to the winter ice cape of Saskatchewan. Why? Lots of huge walleyes, that's why.
Minnesota Bound, brought to you by Minnesota's select GMC dealers. Renewal by Anderson, Connecticut, and by Rapalon.
Introducing